nail family, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome back to my Halloween nail series. I hope that you all are well. In today's video, we're going to be doing a really cute Halloween freestyle with no particular vibes in mind, but just Halloween vibes. I am going to be doing in this set a couple of really cool nail designs that are beginner friendly, one being a brain nail, which was my first time trying out. I'm also going to be including a couple of Bangle nails, but Halloween edition, so that will be really fun. Stick around for all of the good things. I do have a couple of charms here already that I know that I'll be using, or just for some options because I can't use them all. Also, I do already have my nail tips on. I know they look a little bit crazy, so don't mind that. However, for today's set, I was going for a long taper, duck shape. So as you can see, I used my typical taper square nail tips from Nail House, but I cut them down to a medium length, and then I applied some long duck nail tips to the end of them. In doing that, I had to do a little bit of filing and contouring to try to get, the tips to stick on and look right. So just don't mind how they look right now. We're going to apply acrylic over top. The acrylic that I will be using in today's video is Mia Secret's Cover Pink acrylic, and I will be using it for the base of all of the nails. Also, I do know that some people are not fond of duck nails, and at first I wasn't either. I don't like the really wide duck nails. I enjoy mine a little bit tapered. Also, because I like my duck nails tapered and not really wide. I don't even know, especially by the time we're done with these nails, if you could even tell they were duck nails. They give more square nails with a little bit of flair, pretty much. Also, right now, the length of them are not going to be the length that they'll turn out to be, because I accidentally filed a couple of the nails shorter than the others, and then I had to file them all to match, which I was okay with because I like the shorter look anyway, so it worked out. Also, I'm using Nail House's size 16 Kolinsky brush paired with their Pro Monomer for this set, and anyone that is interested in shopping Nail House can find a link to their website in the description below and use code PORCHE for savings. So during this application, I don't know if you all will be able to tell or not. A lot of the times I don't come across on screen, but this acrylic was drying up really fast because it was a little bit warm in the room, and so I was having a little bit of a difficult time, but that's what we have shaping and filing for. Also, a little tip that I want to give you all whenever you are doing duck nails, well, really nails in general, I always give this tip, but especially when doing duck nails, because they are a peculiar shape, I guess. It's you have to really be careful whenever you're applying the acrylic and clean up those sides, so that you can keep your shape and keep that flare, because if otherwise you can kind of alter your shape if you're not cleaning up those sides. You want to keep the shape as much as possible as the original tip, especially underneath the sides as well. And underneath the sides of my nails are going to look a little bit wonky until we get into shaping and filing, because I pretty much just glued the tip on and I didn't do too much shaping of the tips after that at all. Really just a free edge with a little curve, but other than that I didn't do any shaping previous to application. Well, because we'll do it afterward. Yeah, I'm gonna let you all pretty much go ahead and enjoy watching the application, and I'll pop back in a bit. You can kind of see at this point is the point where I tried to start working really fast and start swiping really fast because the acrylic was drying quickly. Yeah, but you know, it all worked out okay. We got shaping and filing and fixed the errors. You all can't really tell. Like, it's not a lot of errors, but there are more than I like, pretty much. And also, on some of the nails, there's a little bit more thickness than I wanted because the acrylic was drying so quickly. I had to kind of like go over it, but it's okay. Like I said, that's what you have shaping and filing for. Also, with shaping and filing duck nails, you have to be very careful as well, but I'll get to that when we get to it. The thumb was the most difficult one for me, like trying to race against time with it drying so quickly, and we have a lot of lumps and bumps in that one, but it's okay. We have shaping and filing, don't worry. Let's start looking with the application complete, and next we're gonna get into shaping and filing. For my people that are new here, hey y'all, hey, welcome. I do have a full in-depth shaping tutorial on my channel if you all want to check it out. It is linked in the description below. I do also have other videos like application for beginners. I have 2 of those. One is newer. Those are also linked in the description below. But for today's video, I do have my 80/80 grit file per usual, and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna start first with, as always, like I do any other nail shape, file the surface of the nails. I did go ahead and do a file swap right here because that one was not going to cut it for these nails. They're a little bit thicker, get a lot of imperfections, and I had to really get into it. Okay, so again, gonna start with the surface, and now with the duck nails, I do file underneath like normal, except for like only at that area where the free edge of my natural nail would be, like right up there, like in those sidewalls. But when I get down to the tips of the nails where it curves, I don't really use my hand file for that. I kind of like, that's where, when I was telling you all before doing application, you have to be very careful. That's when that part comes in, because for me, for my duck nails, I don't really file that area too much where like where the nail curves at in that free edge. But if I have to, I will take my my e-file to do so, which you all will see me do here in a moment. But for the most part, I try to leave that part alone and kind of like let it be with its natural shape. But I have to say that because I didn't do or use like actual duck nail tips for the entirety of these nail tips, I did have a square one glued on the base. The shape is a little bit wonky, y'all. I'm sorry. While I was filing, a couple of my nails bit the dust because they are pop off, and I do have peel off base coat on the bottom of these. However, I just applied more base coat and glued it back on. But I just thought that would be funny to include into the video because I always tell you all how the nails pop off while I'm filing, but I never quite show you all. And yeah, that's why a lot of times too my cuticles look a little bit wonky, because they do pop off while I'm filing, and I have to reapply base coat and reapply glue, and some of that stuff spills out at the cuticle. But you know, anyway. What I was saying was that normally if I was to just use regular duck nail tips and not like customize them, I wouldn't worry too much about the curve and the natural shape of the nail tips. But because these are a little bit customized, I did have to go in with a little bit of extra filing on the sides underneath where that curve is, and kind of like, you know, just make it look a little bit better, if that makes sense. And I go in at like, I don't know, maybe 25 to 30 RPM to do that. But even with doing that, I still don't file too much. I'm careful with how I'm filing. My whole goal pretty much is to smoothen out the transition between the square tip and then the duck nail tip, because before doing so, you can kind of see like where they start and end, like where they meet at. But the goal is to kind of like make a smooth transition, if that makes sense.
Let me back up for a minute.
Alrighty, and at this point, I'm gonna go in and clean up that shape at the free edge. When I apply the tips, I already did like the little C-curved shape, but now I'm just gonna go in and clean it up. And this is a part where I had to file the nails down a little bit shorter, because after looking at the pinky and the ring fingernail and then so on and so forth, I noticed that they were a little bit shorter, and so I filed them all the same length, which in turn made the overall set a little bit shorter, which I actually enjoy. Like, I like the shorter length, so that was cool with me. After that, I'm going to go in at a lower speed and seal my cuticle, buff the nails and all that good stuff, and then we're going to move on into the nail art. For this part of my nails, I also like to go at a higher speed to get that curve look at the free edge. I go at like 35 RPM. And I'm cracking up, y'all. The thumb just totally came off. The rest of them, they were getting loose, and I kind of wiggled them off, but the thumb just totally came off, which I thought was so funny. I definitely really like to know that the peel off base coat does work, and you will be able to pop your nails off easily afterward, but sometimes it is a little bit annoying while filing. And pop off set or not, I'm gonna always really get in there when I'm shaping, because I just have to. I just have to. I had to go on with a hand file to do a little bit extra filing at the cuticle area on the thumb, because the drill just wasn't working for me with having to apply that nail back on a couple of times, and the glue and the rubber-based gel was kind of coming out at the cuticle and making it look wonky, and I had to really get in there. So that's why I took the hand file. But this is how we're looking with the nails completely shaped and filed. I'm going to go ahead and clean out my dust collector. Then we're gonna move into I'm gonna buff the nails and clean them with some alcohol, and then I'm gonna move into the nail art. Also, I really like these really cool dust collector filter sheets. Really like them. I get them from Shein. They come in pink, blue, and white. It really helps with prolonging the life of your collector filters, so that you can just, you know, toss them out afterward, and then your filter remain kind of dust free. Alrighty, so let's get into the fun part, the nail art. Over here, I have these colorful chains. I also have these gold chrome pearls, some colored rhinestone chain, some silver and gold chrome spikes, which were really fun to use for the first time. I also have some silver chrome pearls. I also have these other chain, silver and gold, and then I have all gold chain assortment. Because I'm going to be doing 2 bangle nails, I wanted to have options, and I pretty much used all of what I just showed except for those colored chains, which I have to use them at some point because I've had them a while and hadn't used them. The gels that I'm going to be using are going to be Nail House's Pepto, Madame Glam's OMG Pink, Valentino Beauty Paris Black and White Gel, and then also I'm going to be using this glitter holographic silver gel right here that I got from a brand called Evzanis that I found on Amazon. I'm going to be using, of course, as always, my Nail House liner brush 25mm for some Frenches that I'll be doing. I did start off first with the index fingernail with that glitter gel because I'm going to be doing a full, like, blinged out junk nail is what some people call it. It's like pretty much an everything nail with, like, crystals, charms, all that stuff. So I started with that first, 1 coat of that. I will be doing 2, but I did 1 for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the Frenches on, like, for the base of all of the designs. When I got to the nail art portion, it kind of dawned on me that the reason I made these nails a little bit longer than I would normally go is because, or for duck nails anyway, is because I wanted to have room to do, like, all the bangles that I wanted to do. But then it ended up not working out that way, which is okay. I still did a couple, like, cute bangles and whatnot, but I really did wish that I still had, you know, the length that I took off, which was probably like 3/4 of an inch, I guess, for like the bangles that I wanted, but I still made it work. It still came out cute. For this middle fingernail right here, I accidentally made it light pink. It was supposed to be dark pink, like a hot pink, but I didn't notice until after I'd already cured it. I tried to, like, hurry up and take it off the lamp, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep it in there and just paint over it. But it's supposed to be dark pink because I'm going to be doing, like, a brain design on this one, and y'all are going to see how I do it, but just know that it was supposed to be dark pink, hot pink, and not light pink. So I'll paint over it. Y'all, isn't it so crazy how quickly Halloween is actually approaching? Like, it is so nuts. Um, I had a bunch of ideas that I wanted to get out for Halloween. I feel like this always happens. It's literally never enough time in a day. But I had way more than I could actually do in post before the time came. But I definitely will squeeze in one more after this. I'm going to be posting this video tomorrow, which will be October 28th. But I'm going to try to squeeze in one more set that I have in mind for you all. I won't let you know what it is because it'll be a surprise when you all see it. But yeah, I'm going to try to squeeze in one for actually, for Halloween Day, actually. Next year, I'm going to have to start a little bit earlier with the Halloween sets. I started like October 6th, but I'll start a little bit more because I like to have like the entire month of October for Halloween sets, and then in November for fall sets, and then December for Christmas and winter sets, like that kind of thing. Just so that I can have, you know, the time for each one. But yeah, I have to start earlier next year. And I was thinking about doing like 30 days of Halloween, but I really don't know how that could be possible, y'all. Time escapes me so fast. I just don't know like where it goes, and like it's never enough time in a day. But maybe someday we can do something like that, like maybe like 15-20 days of Halloween, or maybe one day we can get up to 30, who knows. But yeah, that would be really cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I am going to squeeze in one more set after this one for you guys. Trying to give my girls all the inspo. Also, what are you guys doing for Halloween? Like, comment in the comment section below. Like, what are your plans for Halloween? I necessarily don't really celebrate Halloween. Like, I don't necessarily celebrate too many holidays at all, actually. When I was a kid, I used to love Halloween. Like, I used to love trick-or-treating. Like, I was out there every time with my big old bag, you know, all the candy. But as I grew older, I just didn't care too much for holidays anymore. And so I don't really celebrate. But it'll be fun for you all to let me know what you all would be doing for Halloween. I also remember when I didn't care too much for Halloween nails at all. Like, I used to never do them. But it's kind of for you guys. Like, it's for you guys, trying to give my girls, like I said again, all the inspo. But I think, I don't know, like Halloween nails are my least favorite to do. Like, least favorite season or holiday nails, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's fun, but it's not like, if I had to pick my favorite, it wouldn't be Halloween. Like, I do this for you guys pretty much. Alright, here's how we're looking with the base of all the designs complete with all the Frenches and everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and top coat the thumbnail as well as the middle finger, the ring fingernail, because we're going to be doing, those are going to be the two bangle nails. And I'm not going to go in like after applying all the bangles and stuff in between and apply top coat. I don't want to do that. So I just applied the top coat previous. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to do black or white bangle nails, because the set that I did previously, like my first bangle set, which shout out to everybody who tuned into that video, by the way, and if you haven't, it's definitely want to watch, so check it out. But I really liked that white French on those bangle nails, and I wanted to do another one in this one, but I also wanted to do black, so I was like, let's just do one of each, you know, why not? Alrighty, so on to the brain nail design. I was inspired by this creator that I came across on Instagram named Sadie J Nails. I thought this design was really cool and super fitting for Halloween. I was like, let me try it on one of the nails. I am wanting to try something new and show you all, you know, new nail art ideas. So I was like, let me include this into the set as a French. And this is how she did it. I'll pop up on the screen how she did it. And I pretty much just did it the same, but in my own way. You know, like, not exactly. I just kind of, you know, went with the flow. But you want to do, or you could do a red base, but she did a hot pink base. And my pink base would have been a little bit darker had I not accidentally applied that, like, bubblegum pink base underneath it. But it's fine. It still came out really cute. So you apply the pink base, or you can use red if you like, but I thought the hot pink base was cute and fitting. So then after you do that, you want to go in with bubblegum pink on top and just create like little swirls and make them kind of interconnect, like not connect, but like, you know, you guys can see what I'm doing pretty much. I don't really know how to explain it, but like make little wiggly swirls or whatever, like all around them to make it mimic a brain. Super cool design. Like, shout out to the original, the creator that I got the inspo from. I've been seeing the brain nails everywhere, but I was just scrolling Instagram one day and then I saw her video pop up and I'm like, that's perfect. Because I never saw a tutorial, so that's cool. Shout out to Sadie J Nails, and she got a new follow from me because her work is also bomb, because I've seen her, I looked on her page after seeing that video. But yes, I really like this design. It's really cool and I think it's super beginner friendly. with the lines, y'all, I promise you I did not think about it at all. Like, once I just saw how she did it, I didn't even have her video up anymore. I just pretty much, just went with the flow. You can draw these however you like them to look. Like, super easy, beginner friendly design. Love it. After I finish out the little swigglies, I am going to go in over top that, well, after curing it, of course, with some white gel to highlight. Alrighty, and this is how it's looking so far. I think it is so cool. Like, to do something so like easy like this and have it come out looking like a brain is like so cool to me. Super quick and easy. And if you want to get spicy with it, you can add blood or whatever you want to do. I've seen people get real bloody with it. I've seen people do like 3D ones and everything, but I didn't really want to do all of that. Like, I don't know if you all have been able to tell or not, but I don't like super gory Halloween nails. Like, I like a little spooky, mainly cute. I don't like to do all the gore and all of that stuff. Now, I did add a little bit of blood dripping to the cuticle area, like a couple drops, for a little bit of extra razzle dazzle, but I didn't want to add, like, cover the nail in blood, if that makes sense. But you can do whatever you feel like you want. So right now, like I was telling you all, I just took my Nail House Precision Liner, I think in 6mm or 9, to do a little bit of white highlighting on the nail. Alrighty, so moving on to the pinky nail, we're going to be doing a blooming gel ghost design that I've been seeing everywhere. I thought this was really cute. I've never tried it before, so I wanted to try it out for you guys as well as give you a like beginner friendly design as well. This was so simple, you guys. So as you all can see, I'm just applying some blooming gel to the black part and the French, and I'm just taking some white gel on a dotting tool and drawing like little dots, dragging them out to the sides. I'm kind of like stacking them like in a way, if that makes sense. You all can pretty much see what I'm doing, but after that, the gel's gonna like bloom on its own. You can, let it bloom to however big you want them to be. These bloomed out a little bit more than I would have liked, but it's okay. It was still cute. I went ahead and cured this, and then I went in with my dotting tool again with some black gel instead and created like the little ghost faces. Super, super cute. Super simple and easy nail design. All right, and so next I'm gonna go in and create the little blood dripping, and I use Nail House's Bloody Gel, and I mixed in some rhinestone glue to thicken it up, and then I took my dotting tool and I kind of like just dotted 2 dots, and then I took my liner brush, drug those dots up to the cuticle area, and then I kind of just connected everything pretty much. Super quick and easy. Alrighty, and that is how that is looking. Real cute, not too much. And next I'm gonna go ahead and take my liner and some top coat and top coat the blood or the gel. Alrighty, and so next I'm gonna move on to the index fingernail with all of the like rhinestones and charms, and I like to buff out the gel first so that the charms can like not slide and they can adhere well. So I'm gonna buff it out, and then I'm gonna go in with my not polished gem gel to begin applying my charms and things. I started first with applying pretty much all of the charms that I was going to be using, and then I went in and filled it in with crystals and pearls. I used like little gold pearls, and I used AB crystals. This part is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to let you all go ahead and enjoy and be silent and let you all watch me bling this nail out. Alrighty, and this is how that nail turned out. I think it's so stinking cute. I love it. And I had to use that eye because I've had these eye charms forever and I never used them. And I love like the monster vibes it's giving. So I love it. The only thing that I was kind of bummed about is that you couldn't really see like the skeleton charm as well as the spider charm. Well, not like in the videos anyway. With the flash on, you couldn't really see them, but they're still there and they're really cute. Next, and last but not least, actually, we're going to go on with the Bangle nails. And so I started first on this ring fingernail with applying this clock charm, but ended up not even wanting it anymore. Like, I wanted to do more like something Halloween vibes instead of the clock charm, but I kind of went on forward with the nail before I decided that. And I only like quickly flash cured it. I didn't like completely cure it, so I was able to remove it from the nail a little bit later on. But I'm just gonna go on with some cute little charms. I had these little small letter charms here that I wanted to make a little boo like type of bracelet or bangle. Well, bracelet with, you know, bracelet vibes. It's not really a bangle. The only thing about this is that I really didn't have enough room on the sides to really like add any more details to really make it look like a bracelet, but I really still liked it. It was still cute. And yeah, I'm just gonna go and move on forward with the rest of the nail and add like other little Halloweeny stuff and some crystals and beads and all that to make it look like bracelets pretty much. I actually really don't know what I thought was going to happen trying to move that clock charm like that, but like I said, it wasn't cured all the way, so I knew that it would be easy to remove, but I didn't think it would take the nail off, but figures. I just have one pull off base coat. Anyway, so I popped that charm off, and in place of that, I wanted to use this heart charm, and I went ahead and cut off those drips that were too long, and then I glued it down, and then I, you know, continued on with placing like little beads and crystals on the sides of them to make it like a little bracelet. Alrighty, and here's how that nail turned out. Super, super cute. I really like that heart charm way better than a clock. I think it was more fitting for Halloween vibes. And next, we're going to go in on the thumbnail, last but not least, with some more bangles. And on this one, I decided to do a gold one and then continue on with a couple of others. But I didn't do too much on the thumbnail. I added a little cross, and I didn't really want to add anything to the sides of it. I wanted to leave it how it was because I liked the way it looked. And yeah, I kept it kind of simple. Like I said, I wish I had more real estate for more bangles. That's why I had the nails longer initially, but it's okay. I think it was still cute, and yeah. For this gold bangle here, I just took some building gel that I have from this brand on Amazon that I showed earlier. I can't pronounce it, but I got it from that brand on Amazon. I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I rolled it out and then I placed it on the nail like so. I removed the excess from the sides of the nails and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. After I do that, I'm going to take some No Wipe top coat and black gel, mix it together, and then place it on the nail. I'm then going to cure that for 60 seconds only, and then I'm going to go in with my my gold chrome over top. After that, I'm going to top coat and secure it, and then begin to move on with the remaining bangles and or bracelets. Well, this part here, I had to be really careful with the chrome to not get it on the nail. I did get a little tiny bit on the nail, and I was able to remove it with some alcohol, but chrome does stick to top coat, so make sure that you are being very careful. And if you don't apply matte, which I normally do for the base, but I know that I could be really careful without having to do all that. And I didn't want to go in and top coat any more than I needed to or wanted to. So yeah, I just was very careful with this part. After completing the thumbnail, I did go in on the pinky nail with this little gold cross near the cuticle area. I thought it would be really cute, and that will be all she wrote for this set, you guys. Alrighty, and this is how they came out. I think they're super freaking cute and definitely very Halloweeny. I love trying out the brain nail design as well as the blooming gel ghost design that we tried out. I really enjoyed trying those out and showing you all how I got those looks. I also really enjoyed the bangle nails that I did so much that I had to include some in this set. It was just like an overall like a freestyle type of set, but make it Halloweeny. I really hope you all enjoyed this set and watching and maybe learned a thing or two. And if you did and love these nails as much as I do, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Maybe comment your favorite nail or two. I can't really decide which one is my favorite. I was sitting here thinking and I can't really decide. I love them all. They're so freaking cute. Like, I love them all individually for their own reason. I love with the bling nail on the index fingernail, how like the little monster eye and then the bling all around it. It just looks so freaking cute and like cool. I absolutely love it. Again, don't forget to give a girl a like on the way out. Comment all of your thoughts below. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and turn on your bell notification so that you're notified each and every single time you're going to drop a new video, and so that you don't miss the last video of our Halloween nail series. It's coming right up next, probably most likely on Halloween day. If you haven't checked out the other videos from our Halloween nail series, they will be linked below. Check those out, or you know, just go back to my previous few videos. They're there and I recommend you all check them out. Also, we are still doing the Halloween pumpkin find, so don't forget to comment how many pumpkins that you all saw in this video in the comment section below. The giveaway does end on October 31st, and Halloween day, and shortly after I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and tuning in with your girl, and until we meet next time for our last video of the Halloween nail series, bye for now.